Sagittarius, what is going on here? We have three people. We have a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. We have an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And we have an air sign. So that would be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. None of which are fire like yourself. But I feel that these are people in your life rather than aspects of yourself appearing in the reading. And there's some need for resolution or balance. You may be married to one of these individuals, and maybe the other two are family of some kind, family friends of some kind. If any of you, well, I don't know. For some of you, you may feel, or you may have somebody come back from the past, but this was a toxic relationship or a toxic situation. And I also feel like it's affecting your present. If you're married, it may be affecting your present marriage or your present relationship. And it's about, I feel like in the month of November, it's about you putting your family first and realizing that this toxic individual doesn't have a place in your life and moving forward from there. For some of you, though, I just see three people that you're dealing with in the month of November. These people may be family. I'm feeling like one of them is a partner or a spouse that you may live with. And it's like we need to heal something here. There's like an unhealthy attachment. Either you or your partner have an unhealthy attachment to something or someone outside of your relationship. And it's not to say that it's cheating per se, but it can just be that maybe they're too dependent on someone else for expertise or their opinion or what have you about your relationship or about what goes on in your home. And wanting to find resolution and balance to that is a big thing this month. Putting an end to that. There's also putting an end to some toxic like I almost feel like you're telling your partner or this person, look, you need to decide. Either you're going to set healthy boundaries with this person, and if you're not capable of that, then you need to choose whether or not, you're setting an ultimatum. Like you're going to need to choose whether or not to marry that other individual, because this is unhealthy, and I'm not going to continue to do this. Someone has like an unhealthy emotional attachment, maybe. And it may come to as a surprise for you that your partner is willing to let this person go, or willing to let go of the toxicity, setting healthy boundaries maybe. Let me look at the Ten of Swords. So, yeah, I feel like this is something that's already ended. It's a lover from the past or a romantic situation from the past that's already ended. And this person may be returning, or it may be that you haven't really gotten over this, or they haven't really gotten over this. And this is a month where that transforms. I want to say for some of you, I'm feeling like you have a partner who hasn't got really completely moved on from an ex-partner. And you've been kind of waiting to see whether or not they're going to just move on. And I think this month is the month where you're laying it down and saying, look, you need to do this. You need to move on, otherwise we can't be together, because I just feel like there's an unhealthy attachment. But I think they're going to be willing to do so. This person may have children with this ex-partner, may have had a home, a family, and I think that's something you want to build with this partner too. There's a need to heal. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. If your partner or you are dealing with an ex-partner where you have children, there's a need to heal that relationship. But I feel like you or that ex-partner hasn't entirely moved on. And the cards are saying this is a month where that is going to happen, or that needs to happen. Those ties, toxic ties, need to be broken. If this is your partner going through this with an ex, then I think it's you setting the ultimatum and saying you need to let this go, you need to move on, you need to stop holding on. Or for some of you, this could be you and your partner is telling you this, helping you in a sense to break those bonds. Now, I'm not saying that's at all healthy, because I think before you get in any relationship, you should make sure that your partner is not emotionally attached to anyone else, obviously. But stuff like this does happen. So this is what I'm seeing in the cards. Let's look at the Chariot. Yeah. Chariot's moving on after some sorrow. We see cheerfulness. We see wedding. So I feel like with the Chariot in these cards, it's almost like we're moving past that part of our lives and we're finding joy in other relationships. Merchant, romance. Merchant, romance, and gift on the Four of Wands. It's almost like this person's recognizing what they have already before them, or it can be that this person thinks that this ex was that person for them, you know, the person they've wanted to reunite with and build a home with. There's some type of transformation, though, the month of November, where they kind of let that go and realize that they can find happiness in other relationships. This may require you to act more, in a sense, like the Queen of Swords, because it's requiring you to be more objectively looking at the situation rather than emotionally, looking at it for what it is, seeing it for what it is. Now, for those of you where you have a partner who may be attached to someone from the past, it's going to be up to you to decide whether or not, if they let this person go, if you're going to stick around. I see a connection with a Libra for some of you single Sagittarians. You may even have Libra in your chart. You may be a Libra sun or a Libra moon, Libra rising, along with your Sagittarian sign or placement. But I'm feeling like strong Libran energy with this. Really strong Libra. Really strong. I don't know if you're interested in the Libra or if they're interested in you, but it looks like after some time of waiting for a right opportunity, it's almost like somebody presents an offer, whether it's you or this other person. Something that's been held secret because this person didn't know how to approach it, okay, how to speak their truth. But ultimately, I think this is going to lead to a very happy, rewarding relationship that may lead to something further down the road. I can also see an earth sign too here, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but I'm feeling a strong Libran energy, especially because we have Justice. So I would look out for a Libra or an earth sign. And I think that if you're not the one crushing on someone like that, I think that they're going to be the one, crushing on you, or have been, and, wanting to finally this month open up and tell you how they feel. But I want to look at the Moon card before I say anything more. Okay, maybe someone from the past, because we have Old Woman. Someone desperate to tell you how they feel. The Moon represents secrets after all. And Young Woman. So I feel like this is someone maybe, I don't know if you've been romantically involved with. Or it can be that you're young. You're younger, maybe in your 20s, early 30s. And this is you. Having this experience with an earth sign or a Libra. This is someone that either you've had a history with, or it's someone that you know that you have, you know and you have a history with, but not a romantic history with per se. But it's finally in the month of November where things are coming to the surface. Let's look at Justice. Yeah. I'm feeling a strong Libra person with this Justice card. They've been feeling very emotionally weak, and we see that with the Eight of Swords and the Four of Swords. It's kind of like not knowing how to handle this situation, but they're wanting something very serious with you with the Wife card and the Love card. This is like, we're talking serious commitment, especially on Justice. Yeah, somebody's coming, guys. And this is going to start a new phase, a new cycle in your life. We have the Lord card, the Room, and then we have Journey. Someone, again, secret admirer. I'm getting a strong, somebody has something to tell you, and they're finally going to build the confidence to tell you. Here they come. So be on the lookout. Love coming your way in the month of November. For my coupled Sagittarians, I kind of see a little drama on the love front here. I feel like you're not getting, now I want to say this is Sagittarians who are married, first and foremost, or they feel like they've been married for some time. Maybe you've been with your partner for 10 plus years or something like that. But it looks like there's a lot of boredom and there's a lot of being shut out in the cold from your partner. I think you're wanting to reignite the passion in your relationship, but I think that's proving to be quite challenging. I almost feel like you feel as though your relationship has met its peak and now it's just kind of dwindling down and you don't know how to save it. You don't know how to bring back the excitement. But the truth of the matter is it takes two people to do it. It can't be all one person. You both have to want that. You both have to want the relationship to return to what it once was. And I feel like you're feeling as though you're the one doing it all. Or it can be the other way around too for some of you, where your partner feels like they're doing it all. And what happens in those situations is, what it's really about is that other person who's not putting in the effort, who's not trying, they're just done. And they just haven't opened their mouth and said it yet. And I hate to be the one to tell you, but, you know, honestly, that's what I'm seeing. It's like someone puts in more and more and more effort, and it just pushes and pushes the other person away until eventually they're completely pushed away. I'm not saying that you necessarily are doing that, but I think that you're acknowledging that's kind of where your relationship is at, where it feels like, okay, things are not as exciting as they used to be. It's requiring more effort on your part, and it's not as fun as and enjoyable as it used to be. I think there's a part of you that realizes that maybe this relationship wasn't meant to be long term. And maybe, you know, you've stayed in it longer than you really should have. But you're just there because, well, it's what you know and it's what you're comfortable with. And maybe there's a bit of a fear of having to move on and really letting go of this person. They're, you know, you love them because they've been a part of your life for a long time, but are you in love with them anymore? And that's a big question for you. And I think by the end of this month, you're acknowledging that for some of you, maybe this isn't the right partnership, and it's time to let it go. Let's look at the Five of Cups. This is a relationship where, again, maybe you're already married or you're really connected to this person. You've been together for quite some time. But now there's communication that this relationship's not going to work. The Judgment card is about an awakening, a new understanding. And you're understanding now that maybe this relationship wasn't meant to be, like I said, it wasn't meant to last forever. Maybe you realize you've been staying in it too long just for the sake of being comfortable and not wanting to be single or wanting to be alone. Let's look at the Five of Pentacles. Somebody's been doing all the work in the relationship. We have the Servant card, consolation, and death. Somebody's been doing all the work in the relationship because they're hoping that's going to get the attention of the other partner and at least give them some consolation. Like, look how much I'm working towards this. Look how much I want this. But at the end of the day, if it's not there, it's not there. The Death card on the Five of Pentacles is saying, you know, maybe it's not meant to be.